The following has been paid for by the Penn's World Order. All right, boys and girls, going to try a little something different here on a Tuesday. Your eyes and your internet eyes, and the title does not deceive you. I am giving out my WrestleMania predictions. I can't help but always feel this time of year of getting into the old violent circus that is known as professional wrestling, especially since a year ago, yes, I was there. In Philadelphia, everyone. I was there on that chilly night, my first WrestleMania live and in person. And I can't help but always just enjoy this time of year. It's a lot of fun watching wrestling YouTube this time of year. This is just it's fun. It really is. And I know that there's lots of other people who do other wrestling stuff, but just taking a minute to watch my predictions on all this just means a lot. So thank you very much, everyone. In fact, my YouTube journey actually did start with wrestling videos over nearly 15 years ago. God, I'm old. Anyway, I'm splitting this up in two because, well, we got 13 matches to get through, and I am not doing all 13 of them here. So we're going to split this up. I'm going to do night one, i.e. Saturday. On this video, I'll cut a separate one for night two, which is, as of right now, 6 matches. I'm going off of what Wikipedia is saying. Night one, which we're going to cover, is 7 matches. Wikipedia does not have the official match order of the night. I don't care. I'm not digging through wrestling forums to find out because that is a toxicity of the internet that I am not getting back into ever again. So, above all else, I'm just a hack. We're going to tackle this maybe Cinema Snob style. Who knows? Let's get into this. But WrestleMania 41, as you will be looking live at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't mind that this is taking place in Las Vegas. A quick take that I think WrestleMania, like the Super Bowl, should have 6 or 7 locations that are always in rotation to go to. Those locations are San Francisco, Levi Stadium, SoFi in Los Angeles, Phoenix, the State Farm Arena, whatever they call it now, Dallas and Houston in Texas, Jerry World and whatever they call it now, New Orleans at the Superdome, Tampa at the Big Pirate Ship, the Big Sombrero, and then Miami there at Hard Rock. You can throw in other locations like Vegas every once in a while. Head to Indianapolis, that's big wrestling territory, old AWA and NWA territory. Head to New York every once in a while, and maybe go back to Philly. And we'll do London someday anyway. Anyway, I'm glad they're going to Vegas. I know the prices are stupid and ridiculous. I get that. Mine last year in Philly were high. I imagine this is a lot worse. I think last year's probably the last blue-collar WrestleMania we are going to have. All right. I've ranted long enough. Let's get into it. Let's first go to what I think is going to be opening the night. Will be Gunther versus Jey Uso, as the big gold dub belt will be on the line as your champion Gunther takes on Yeet Jey Uso. Now, to what's going to happen in night 2. I honestly think there will be a double switch. Spoilers. So for that to happen, I'm saying Jey wins. Jey beats Gunther. Gunther's title reign has not been great. Has been nowhere near what people have wanted. Because they wanted IC run Gunther to be translated into World Heavyweight run Gunther. That hasn't happened. Not even close. We've just gotten, hey, I'm world champion and I'm a prick Gunther, instead of a guy who just goes in there for 12 minutes and beats the tar out of you. People want work rate Gunther. Instead, we have gotten sports entertainment Gunther, or you know what I mean. You know what I mean by it. It's not the same version. And while I understand characters can evolve and change, it just seems like Gunther's missing that extra oomph as a world champion. Now, to said, Jey Uso, I know he's popular, but was he really ready for this? And I'm going to throw something out there to everyone. This is a SummerSlam feud. This is a B-show feud used at WrestleMania. The reason being, what I mean by that, this is a feud that should have gotten you 5 or 6 weeks worth of build. Jay gets a title shot, couple promos against Gunther, title match. Instead, Jay wins the Rumble, and we have 2.5 months to kill in having to build this match up. And maybe we've gotten a couple of good promos and good things here and there. We got an Usos reunion out of it. We have Jay saying, "May the Lord forgive me for what I'm about to do." Nice way to channel your inner Samuel L. Jackson with that. But can we believe Jay is a credible threat to Gunther? Can we believe in him? And I could see this going 50-50. There is reason to believe Gunther wins this. There is absolutely reason to believe he can do this. But for other events to happen, Jay needs to win. Jay wins, and I'm going to do some fantasy booking for everyone and on this hack fantasy booking on this. Jay wins, and throughout the night of night 1, he's getting congratulations from Jimmy. He's getting congrats from others. Sammy approaches him, gives him their secret handshake thing. Solo, Jacob, and Tama. They don't have to hug, but say like, slap his shoulder or slap his back. Give him that respect acknowledgement that you did it, Oos. You did it. And then before the main event, spoilers, he goes by Roman Reigns. He looks at Roman and he goes, "I did it, Oos. We did it." And he slaps the title. And Roman just looks at him and goes, and just walks away, planting the seeds of somewhere down the line, title doesn't have to be on the line, another Jay versus Roman. Possibly. So I think gimme Jay Uso beats Gunther. Next! Up next, we go to probably the bring back down match of all this. Let's see what we got here. As the War Raiders will be taking on the New Day. The tag belts will be on the line for this. Yeah, how about that New Day heel run with calling out Big E? Yeah, how's that working out for you? The War Raiders, they're still around? Cutting promos in normal clothing? Sure. Man, this feels like a bathroom match. If I'm at WrestleMania and this happens, out of the seat and to the bathroom. There's 2 chances for this on this night. So War Raiders versus New Day. If I was there in Vegas, I'd be willing to bet New Day will still get cheered. Flip a coin. This is 50-50 booking. War Raiders. I'll predict the War Raiders in this. Keep it on them. But if you want another shock title change, yeah, put it on the New Day. Put on the New Day and see what happens. Give them another tag reign. Next! Up next will be, let's see, Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Now, this could be another bathroom match for people, but, all right, cards out on the table. You know it's Chad Gable. I know it's Chad Gable. Wank. We know the game that's being played here. Rey knows it. El Grande knows it. Everybody in Vegas knows it. So I hope that these two can just go out there and have an 8-minute fun match that makes you laugh, that El Grande does stupid stuff to keep his mask on. Rey tries to yell at him, "Come on, what did you learn in Lucha? Come on, what'd you learn down there?" And El Grande would just be like, I know Lucha wrestling. I studied under the great Santos. Santos Escobar? No, Santos is in the movies. I watched Santos versus the Vampire Women. I watched Santos and the Treasure of Dracula. If you know that reference, I love you. Just have a comedy match. Rey tries to rip off the mask. Another El Grande comes in, and it's the Spider-Man meme. You. Have 3 El Grandes come in, and they do the Spider-Man meme. It's there. Just have fun with this. Allow this match to go cuckoo bananas, and just have fun. I'll take El Grande Americano wins, and just, this is stupid. It's stupid, funny wrestling, and I'm kind of here for it. I hope they don't take this match too seriously and Ray just does 8 minutes of, I'm going to take off your mask. I'm going to take off your mask. You're Chad Gable. Admit it. No, just have fun with this. Have it a comedy match. Let people laugh, have some drinks, be on their phone for a little bit, and we move on. Up next is Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Wow, is this match DOA? Okay, I know what they did at Elimination Chamber. The big swerve. Naomi did it. I did it for Bianca. I did it for the memes. I did it for you. I did it for something. And then we have Jade Cargill. We just have Jade Cargill. I remember how much of a thing these two were last year at 40. That, yes, Jade is supposed to be the next big women's wrestler. But how much more time does this woman need in the oven to become the wrestler that we think that she is? She keeps disappearing. Oh, she just needs more training. Oh, she just needs more time in the center. She's been here for a year and a half. How much longer does she need to, quote, figure it out? You have a feud of Bianca and Jade right there. And yeah, you're giving Naomi a push. Fine. That's great. But this match could have been done on SmackDown. In fact, you could have done this on SmackDown before Mania and it would have been fine. I'm sorry. This is going to be a bathroom match. People are going to be up, out of their seats for this. The bad kind. This is probably going to go 10 or 12 minutes. And this is probably the low tide of the entire weekend. No disrespect to these two women. If they go out there and tear the house down, if I'm able to get a review out, I will eat my shorts and say, nope, I was wrong. But as of right now, I'm going to take Jade Cargill because you got to keep pushing the Jade train along. Give me Jade Cargill to win. Let's keep this going. Up next is LA Knight, versus Jacob Fatu. Okay. LA Knight got the U.S. Championship back. Cool. And Jacob Fatu is an up-and-comer, looking to break away from the new bloodline. I remember the new blood kids. I was there in WCW 2000. I saw it all. The new blood. Vampiro. Vince Russo. David Arquette. Scott Steiner. Jeff Jarrett. Sorry, I WCW 2000 flashbacks. Sorry. So LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Jacob seemed to be the golden child of the IWC as we were heading throughout the fall and even into the winter. And sure, he had a decent Royal Rumble, and now we've all just seemed to have forgotten about the new bloodline because Roman destroyed all of that. Sure. This is a 50-50 one. I'm sure these two are going to have a good match. Jacob Fatu's turning into a good monster. Could be a great monster heel. You know what? Let's have some fun. Put the U.S. title on Jacob. I'm going to take Jacob Fatu in an upset. Could LA Knight win and keep it on him? Yeah, he could. But I think LA Knight is one of those guys who doesn't need a belt. Well, he needs a big belt, but he doesn't need a mid-card title. He doesn't. Dude's over. Have him win Money in the Bank, please. Have him do something like that. He doesn't need the U.S. title. In fact, the U.S. title is just going to bog him down. Jacob Fatu, he wins the U.S. title. He is a monster and just line people up to take him down. There's your feud for the spring and summer. Jacob Fatu wins it. Guys line up to take him down. There you go. So give me Jacob Fatu. So next up, it is Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. Okay. Charlotte Flair won the Women's Rumble. Whoopee. Tiffany Stratton's been a really good champion. The only problem is, ain't nobody cared about this feud. Seriously. Nobody hasn't. I mean, yeah, I know this is kind of the hard thing, having two women's titles. You got to try and keep them on even planes, but whew, both women's titles are not looking good going into this. So what did Tiffany and Charlotte decide to do? Hey, we're going to go off script. Let's bring our personal lives into this. Yay. Talking about DMs and Ludwig Kaiser and Charlotte's divorces. Yeah, that'll get people going. Like the time Eric Bischoff told Sid Vicious, "What happened, Sid? Did you forget your scissors?" Yeah, sure. I feel like Tiffany should win this. I know they want to turn Charlotte into a female version of her old man. Yeah, it makes sense for Charlotte to win. It really does. But if Tiffany loses, are we really going to sign up for a spring and summer feud of Tiffany chasing Charlotte to get her title back? Yes. Yes, they are. That's where we're going, isn't it? Tiffany loses and she spends the spring chasing the belt. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. At SummerSlam, last woman standing between these two is where we'll go. Damn, I just booked all this. So give me Charlotte Flair to win the title, and we start a Tiffany-Charlotte feud that lasts all year. And lastly, it's main event o'clock, you bastards, as Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman takes on Seth frickin' Rollins. Woo! Oh boy! So this was planted all the way back at War Games. CM Punk asked for a favor of Paul Heyman and for helping out Roman win at War Games, which is what we got. And then the little seeds of Roman and Punk, Roman and Punk happened at the Rumble. Seth got in there, mixed it up, stomped Roman. They kept going after each other. Punk losing his chance at his title thanks to Seth Rollins, partially because of Seth Rollins at Elimination Chamber. And oh, what a web we have woven to get here to wivenly down the road for WrestleMania. Yes, I saved that joke. So, okay. Seth Rollins ain't winning this match. I'm just going to say it here. Seth ain't winning. Roman and Punk. This is about Paul Heyman. But this match, it needs a little bit more. This is a nice steak that you're cooking on the grill. Not let them cook. Stop it. This is a nice steak that you're cooking on the grill. It's got sear marks on it. It is cooked to a beautiful medium rare. Just a little bit of pink is beautiful. The problem is, it needs seasoning. You're going to serve this up to everyone at WrestleMania and we'll be like Gordon Ramsay going, it's bland. There's no seasoning. Who doesn't season a steak? Rubbish. Just absolute rubbish. Who doesn't season a steak? There's no salt. Dearie, could you come here, dearie? What sort of New York strip steak isn't seasoned? Why are they not bloody seasoning the steak? Terrible. Disappointing. Who doesn't bloody season a steak? This needs steaks. No pun not intended. It just feels like this needs more. Because you either go one of two directions. Punk wins. Heyman betrayal. Punk wins his main event moment and stands on top of the ramp with Paul Heyman raising his hand. Or Roman wins. If Roman wins this, he needs to destroy Seth and CM Punk to the point where it, like WrestleMania 37. Stack them, beat them, stack them, pin them. Roman needs a dominant, destroying victory. When he does, if he does that, he needs to look at Paul Heyman and just say, acknowledge me. Yes, my tribal chief. Don't tell me. Tell them you acknowledge me. Roman says. And Paul has to publicly acknowledge that he is the wise man to Roman forever. This is not only a win for him, but this is a public humiliation of Paul Heyman for what he did. You could have Punk after the match, try to beat up Roman, or save Paul. Or maybe Roman shoves Heyman down, goes for a chair, gonna put it over Paul until Punk runs over and throws himself over Paul Heyman. He could take that chair shot, or Roman decides not to. Or maybe a Roman has a coming to Jesus moment, like, what am I doing? Or have Roman hit Heyman like the Shield chair shot. Gad! How do I do it? I don't know. But who wins this? Who wins this? This match needs to be cinema. If you have no stakes, if you have no titles, if you have nothing, not even the services of Paul Heyman are on the line, this needs to be cinema. All three guys need to go out there with the agreement, we're going to have 25 minutes and have the best match of the goddamn weekend. Or else this match will be crapped upon by the IWC. Not that they won't anyway, but this match will be dumped on if this is not peak cinema, as the kids say. So, who am I picking? It's a coin flip. But I think for the sake of chaos and this little fall of the Tribal Chief storyline, give me CM Punk. Gets his win in his Mania moment, and Roman is a fallen Tribal Chief, and we will see where we go from there. Could I see Roman win this? Absolutely. Could I see Seth Rollins win this? No. Because how does that make sense? What does Seth get out of it if he beats Roman? What does he get? Or does this play into night two? Who knows? That's the fun of WrestleMania. So that is it for my predictions for night one. A little long in the tooth, but you see why I didn't split this into two videos. Part two either coming Wednesday or Thursday as we conclude the road to WrestleMania. The road ends in Las Vegas. Like and subscribe. Share this around. Let me know in the comments. I know I do hockey content. Let me know if I should do predictions yet again. I like doing this. Until then, my name's Richard Blosser. Catch you next time.